l'Académie Chap, Éducation Plus, du cours de la 6e en terminale, en podcast.
Lesson 10, Modal Auxiliaries. Part 1. Modal Auxiliaries. A. Form. Modal auxiliaries have only one form, the base form, and one tense, the present tense. For example, I may be late home tomorrow evening. Modal auxiliaries do not have to infinitive. They have no inflection in third person singular of simple present. For example, she may come early tomorrow morning. As some modal auxiliaries do not have past forms, other equivalent verbs are used to provide some of modal meanings in the past. For example, the past necessity is expressed by had to instead of must. For example, she must visit her Aunt Mary today. She had to visit her Aunt Mary yesterday. B. Position. Modal auxiliaries come before any other auxiliary verbs or main verbs in the verb phrase. Modal auxiliaries are followed by the base form of the verb if there is no other auxiliary verb in simple present. For example, you must come on time. If one of the auxiliaries, to have or to be, follows the modal auxiliaries, the main verb will take the appropriate present or past participle form. For example, I may have upset him. He may have finished his work. C. Use. 1. Can, could, both indicate ability or inability. A. They are used to indicate that you know how to do or do not something. For example, how many instruments can you play, Natasha? Ability. I could not understand what happened. B. They are used to make polite request or to ask polite permission. For example, can you pass me the salt, please? Polite request. Can I borrow your English book, please? Permission. C. They are used to express probability. For example, it can be a joke, she could be in the library. 2. May/might, both can be used to express a request. Might I ask your name? May we go to the cinema tonight? B. A permission, may I have a drink, please? Might I suggest you a different solution? And B. May is used to ask permission in a more formal way than can. C. Possibility and probability. She may be in library. They might be satisfied. D. Suggestion, you might as well come with us. 3. Must is used to express obligation. For example, we must hurry. Prohibition, for example, you must not say thing like that. And B. The contracted negative from of must not is mustn't. For example, you mustn't worry so much. 4. Shall, will, both are used to express a future action. What shall I do tomorrow? He will be back on Tuesday. B. Request and invitation. Will you help me, please? Will you come to my birthday party? C. Suggestion, shall we go by feet, please? Offering, will you have a soft drink? 5. Should, would. A. Should is used to talk about moral obligation, advice. For example, they should call your mother. B. To express probability, I think they should become 6. C. Would express a polite request, would you please pass me your pen? D. Offering, would you like some fruit juice? E. To show conditional, I would invite them if I knew their address. 6. Ought to be similar to should, but it is less frequent. Like should, ought to do not have past form. Ought to be used to express a advice or moral obligation, you ought to tell me the truth. B. Probability, I think we ought to be in the class at 7. And B, ought to used with have plus past participle of the main verb she ought to h. Tell me that truth. 7. Need, it is either ordinary verb or auxiliary verb. A. As ordinary verb, it is all the parts of a normal verb. It means inquire, be in need of, want, to be necessary. For example, she doesn't need to cook tonight. You didn't need to write such letter. B. As an auxiliary verb, need is used only in the simple present, chiefly in negative and interrogative sentences. For example, you need not go yet, but I must. Need you do it now? Yes, I must. And B. Needn't expresses absence of obligation. It's the opposite of must, whereas must not is the obligation not to do something. In affirmative sentence, need is often replaced by such verbs like must, have to, ought to, or should. For example, you have to go to school Part 2. Dare, it can be either ordinary or auxiliary verbs. A. As an ordinary verb, it has all the part of a normal verb. It means to challenge, to have the impertinence or to have the courage. For example, do you dare to ask her for some money? She doesn't dare to ring me up. B. As an auxiliary verb, dare is used in the simple present and the simple past. For example, I dare not go. She dare not go, simple present. We dared not go. He dared not go, simple past. Dare is used to express indignation. For example, how dare you tell such lies? Part 3. Modals and their equivalents. 1. Can, could equals be able to dash was, were able to in the present tense, be able to is little more formal and less than can. Example, Emma is good with computers. She can write, is able to write programmed. But in some structure we always use be able to not can. B. With infinitive, it's nice to be able to go to the opera, not can go. After modal verb, Melanie might be able to help us. Present perfect, it's been quiet today. I've been able to get some work done. For the future we use can or will be able to but not, will can. Example, I'm afraid I can't come, I won't be able to come to the disco on Friday. But to suggest a possible future action, we normally use can. Example, let's have lunch together. We can go to the new restaurant. C. For ability or opportunity in the past, we could or was, were able to. Example, Natasha could play, was able to play, the piano when she was 4. To say that the ability opportunity resulted in a particular action, something that really happened, we use was, were able to but not could. Example, the plane was able to take off at 11 o'clock, after the fog had lifted. Compare these two sentences. 1. The children could swim when they were quite young, past ability. 2. The children were able to swim across the river, past action. In negative sentences and interrogative, we can use either form. Example, it was foggy, so the plane wasn't able to take off. Could you, were you able to describe the man to the police? 2. Must equals have to. Both must and have to express necessity, but we use them differently. Example, you must exercise, I have to exercise. We use have to when the situation makes something necessity. Example, I have to buy a newspaper. The boss asked me to get one. I have to invite Trevor and Laura. They invited us last time. 3. May, might equals be allowed to. Allowed to is used to ask about permission. Example, are you allowed to take photos? Exercise 1. Put in the correct forms. Rita, I hear you've moved into a new flat with a couple of friends. Emma: yes, it's a nice flat, but the landlady is really strict. We not allow do anything. It was my birthday last month, and I not allow have a party. Rita: oh, we allow have parties at our place, luckily. We allow do anything, more or less. We're hoping to have an all-night party soon, but I'm not absolutely sure if we allow hold it. Exercise 2. Use may I, am I allowed to? 1. Use your computer. 2. Smoke in this cinema. 3. Cross the road here. 4. Ask you a personal question. 5. Rollerblade in this park. 6. Drive a car without insurance. 7. Read your magazine.
Sixième en terminale, podcast, académie, chat, éducation, plus des cours de la sixième en terminale, podcast.